Feels good to be back. What's going on, big homie? How you feeling, brother?
Brother,
Yes, sir.
it's been a week, man.
It's been a week. Yeah, you had a real busy week. Real busy week. Drummond
funny.
took over the West Coast.
Nah, man.
Hey,
Chilling,
you
chilling,
ain't gotta say nothing. Nah, we
chilling.
seen the stories. It's all right.
The love was real. The love was real though.
That's what we like to hear.
I just don't want people thinking that like I'm a sympathy case, like just because I'm posting all these testimonies and things that I've been through all my life. Because I got a few DMs that was just like, dang.
Like, dang, should I take the money? Nah,
I'm telling you, bro. Making some of these people, and I'll just take it as people just care. But some of these people is making me feel like I was a Make-A-Wish kid.
damn.
They're
Damn.
like, bro, I didn't even
Maybe they're
know.
just trying to be your sugar mama or something. They trying to have you be a sugar
Oh,
baby or something.
oh,
That's a conversation for a different day. What's up, y'all? I see Gracie in the chat. What's up, Gracie? We missed you as
Gracie,
well. We
we
missed
sorry, girl. We sorry. We know you there every Monday. Every
right.
Monday, man. But
That's love. That's love.
yes, Mr. Drummond was on the West Coast. That was the reason
Mhm.
why we didn't shoot last Monday. Just being full on transparent because
Mhm.
we gonna be transparent on this podcast.
That's a
Was
fact.
out there for work, and just grateful, like really grateful. Not a lot of people have a job that pays them to travel somewhere. You know what I mean? That's not even something. This is not even something to brag about. It's really just as I got to they had me on the 40th floor, bro, and I got
Oh,
to
so
the
you got
and
a
I'm
nice view.
had a nice view. And I'm looking through this view, man. I'm just like, yo, I'm just grateful, bro. You know where I've been at. You know what's
We know the story.
coming from a job that cut my salary. You feel me?
Mm,
So just honestly, just full on picture, not to be long winded. Just honestly grateful. You sometimes really gotta sometimes slow down and just be very grateful and to show some gratitude to the Lord of like what He's doing for you.
yeah.
And one of my goals this year was to do a solo trip. And even though my vision for the solo trip wasn't in a way about like I like what I envisioned for my solo trip was me, going to a all inclusive type of resort. But by the end of the day,
Oh, you
that
find you
still
in some
counts. Nah,
trouble.
that by the end of the day, that Seattle trip, is for my job. It's still a solo trip,
Yeah, you ran out there.
and it was free.
Uh, God bless.
That's God, man.
God bless. God bless. That's love, though, man.
What's
That's
going
love.
on in cold New York,
All right,
baby?
all right. What we're not gonna do is talk about the most depressing thing that's happening on the East Coast right now.
I heard Elsa's outside. I heard Frosty the Snowman was knocking on doors today.
Jack Frost paid us a visit, man.
Ah,
Jack Frost paid us a visit. To those who's in New York in the Northeast, hold strong, y'all. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. We
ah.
suffering together.
I got
We
out.
suffering together.
I
Yeah, it
made
must
it
be
out the
nice.
hood.
Yeah, I made it out the hood.
That ain't my life no more. You heard?
That's funny. That was good. That's funny as hell.
What's going on with you and your end, though, brother?
Everything is everything, man. Everything is good. Saying thank you for all the small wins, the small things that's coming together. Just the multitude of ways that God is just putting me in position.
Amen.
I'm just grateful, and I'm grateful to be here on another
Amen.
Monday evening with the
Oh,
wonderful viewers of the Talk That Shift podcast. You know what I'm saying? They say y'all the best viewers on the internet. That's not my words. There was an
they just don't
independent
know.
study done, and
Hmm.
that's what we have concluded. That's what was
They just
concluded.
don't. They don't know it yet.
They they don't know it, but they are.
They are.
Sometimes you don't know your power. Sometimes you don't know what you are. But it's okay. We all need that Mufasa moment with somebody popping out the clouds. Say, remember who you are.
Ah, well,
See, y'all can tell I'm in a good mood, yeah.
that's good. We like this Steve. We like this Steve, man. As you know, brother, it's the last Monday,
Oh,
and it's only on last Monday in February, and it's only right that
February.
we pay homage, right?
Oh,
We show love to the theme of this month.
yes.
Obviously, Black History Month is every month, but it's
That's
only
nice.
important that we close. It's only important that we close this podcast of the month of February with a Black History Month, man. I'm
Mm,
super excited to do this episode with you because I know um, this is something that I know Steve get into a different kind of bag with these kind of talks. So you feel me?
I'm gonna try to stay calm tonight. Let's say that. I'll try to stay calm. I'll only give y'all half Umar tonight.
Stay Steve Umar. I'm
I'll
telling
give
you,
y'all
man.
half Umar tonight.
But title for tonight's episode, for those that don't know, and we thank y'all for constantly just showing your support to us.
Yes.
It is called "We Are the Answers They Pray For." This is that
Mm,
Black History Month special, and y'all know the two favorite hosts, Mr.
yes.
Drummond and Steve, here for another Monday 7 p.m. Talk That Shit podcast, where we have conversations that move the people forward. I want to just dive right in it, man. Want to
Oh,
dive right in it, right in it, right in it. But before we dive right in it,
yeah.
quick disclaimer. We always got to do a quick disclaimer.
Of course. Of
We are
course.
not
Gotta protect
licensed professional therapists or doctors or any of those kind of things. If you are dealing with any serious matter, we pray and we want you to go obviously get the correct help that you need. But just understand that we're just two young men talking from our personal experiences, talking from our knowledge and our research. And again, we thank you for your support. The goal
Mm,
for tonight,
talk
the
about it.
goal for tonight is to honor the work of our ancestors during Black History Month.
Mm.
We got a strong opening for the talking point, man. And I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
The title said we are the answers they pray for.
Mm.
What was the prayer, Steve?
What was the prayer? Oh,
What was the
what
prayer?
was the prayer? That's a
They
powerful.
looking down on us right now. They see
Yeah.
everything that's going on. What
That's
was the
true.
prayer?
That is true. In my perspective, and it was a powerful prayer. When you start getting into that research bag, side disclaimer, we're not historians either. So if we get a
Yeah,
few
good.
details a little bit wrong, do us a favor and just give us a little course correct in the comments. Might as well
Yeah.
like the video while you're there, subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? That'd be nice too.
Be gentle with me. I'm a doctor.
But when you really start digging into the history, man, it's I remember when I first started really digging into the history. This was like honestly like 2019. Mind you, Black History Month from elementary school, middle school, high school, Black February comes around. That's when they want to, sprinkle some things into the school curriculum.
Mhm.
But I started doing my research for myself around like the 2019 years. And when you really start to get into the history and see what the reality of the situation was when it came to Black Americans, Africans globally, and what fight we were fighting. And I think about what could those prayers have been back then that they envisioned for their children and their great grandchildren and their great 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 grandchildren. To be straight up, it's the access to the things that we have access to right now.
Yeah.
Like in their time back then, it looked like, sharing a public restroom or sharing a restaurant or sharing a water fountain, being able to just go into the park and not have to worry about anybody saying nothing crazy to you. It looked like that in those times. However, the idea that underlies all of that is access. That's why I say inclusion and equity, the access to be able to be in the conversations, the access to have access to the tools. And especially in 2026, y'all, we are living through, in my opinion, and I've heard this said a couple times, but we are living through the greatest technological change in human history.
Yeah.
We're living through it.
Yeah.
And the craziest part is there's no barrier to the access.
Mm-mm.
There's no barrier to the access. So either you getting on board or you're not. However, when you think about everything that our ancestors had to go through, what they had to fight for, this is what they prayed for, to see their great, great, great grandchildren in a position to take advantage of the access of what we have around us going on right now. that once upon a time they wouldn't let black people into schools.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have so much information on the internet that you can get so much more information on something than going to school. You can have more insight than someone that did the 4 years debt free.
Mm-hmm.
Debt free.
So would you say the opportunities that's what they really wanted their children to have, the opportunities that we have now?
Absolutely, man. The opportunities, and I think again, like at no other time in history since the civil rights era and even prior to, because y'all gotta remember the slave trade was running for hundreds of years. This is stuff that was going on in the 1600s, 1500s. So to now, for us to have the access to create our own freedom, that's a big thing. Cause they ain't look at us as people. Once upon a time, they say 3/5 of a man, and that was the consolation prize that they gave us. They used to look at people of color like cattle. They looked at us as like property. And now we have access to be able to create the freedom that we want for ourselves and say, fuck your definition. We gonna make our own definition. That's a different level of power. But I gotta stay calm because I'm not trying to get us canceled on, you know what I'm saying, on these people's internet. On the people's internet. I told y'all half Umar today. Half Umar. I'm gonna try to keep it at that level. But when you think about the prayer, man. And I know prayer is something big for those who are spiritually aligned.
Mm-hmm.
When you're thinking about that, bro, when you're thinking about the prayers that our ancestors were praying, how does that resonate for you?
Our dignity, pride, bro, just our identity. Like, dog, they didn't have a choice. Kids today have a choice.
Shoot, they got too much choices.
My
Conversation, but that's the point.
But that's the point,
Yeah.
right? Like, bro, I was watching a video the other day, and it's a content creator, and it was like he played every role in that video, like every person. Like it was a household, like a family of a household, and he played every role, like the mom, the dad, the sister. So I guess there's one son, and he's going each parent, and he's like, "What year is it?" And everybody's like, "2005," right? So the uncle's listening to 50 Cent. The dad's like, "All right, you gotta get up and get ready to go to school." And he's just like, "Yo, he was like, get out of my face. I ain't going." He started getting spankings. Like, the point what I'm saying is they didn't have a choice back in the day. They were stripped down, bro. They were hosed in the streets. Bro, I don't think people understand how powerful a fire truck hose is.
Fire truck hose is crazy.
And if you've ever seen a sprinkler hose, like the one, like the handgun one, how like sharp and painful it can be.
It can
Now
get
imagine a fire truck hose.
It's crazy.
I think our dignity, bro, and our identity. And when I'm a walk on eggshells when I say stuff like this, because I want to be very careful with with certain warriors of different communities out there.
Yeah.
But bro, we live in an era now where you can go by whatever pronoun you want to go by. You identify whatever you want to identify as. You can represent whatever. Like, I'm not saying this is what they pray for. I'm not saying this is what they not pray for. But what I would say is this: through their sacrifices, through their blood, through their tears, a lot of black and brown boys and girls are able to do, say, and move in ways where you had to worry about looking over your shoulder left or right in certain communities because of your skin color. That ain't the case for us no more in terms of a other race where it's like, yo, you see a black person, you shoot them down, right? You harass them, you whip them like a dog, right? We're talking about being owned by another human being,
which is crazy. Crazy.
We don't even like when someone look at us the wrong way. Now imagine asking somebody, "Can yes, master?"
That's
So
that's a
I think dignity, bro. Like
yeah.
I think dignity, because you
And
see
I
these
and I
young kids today, they got no patience, bro. They quick to.
they quick to run to the triggers. And
Mm-hmm.
dignity is huge. It's what you stand on, you know. Like that's so huge. And I love how you mentioned identity too, because that was stripped. That was
Very,
like
very.
strategically stripped
That's
of
how
your
powerful we
identity.
are.
That's how powerful we are. And something that just came to me right now is like to piggyback on that point of identity. It's like that was I agree. That was a big part of the prayer for us to reclaim our identity, for us to remember who it is that we actually are, aside from the struggle, aside from what we went through, but who we were hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands years ago. We was like when I remember there was a time on the people's internet where it's like, you know, they would call them hoteps. You ever hear that term? Where people that just be like, oh, we was kings and we was the top. They would make fun of people like that go mad hard saying who people of color were, who black people were in
Yeah.
history. But when you get out of the social media frame of it, that's a reality, bro. That's a
Mm.
reality. The wealthiest person in human history was a black man.
Come on.
You want to know who it is? Go do your research.
Come
You want to know
on.
who it is? Go do your research. Because these are things that are like systemically starting to get filtered out of. I know for damn sure they didn't put them in the curriculums, but they're
Nah.
getting filtered out of what we have access to. And this is why we have to take advantage of the access. There's so much information that we have available to us, more than any time in human history. So it's like, in order to reclaim your identity, in order to stand on your dignity, you gotta be able to, you gotta be willing, because we're all able. We're all able. That's part of their fight.
For damn sure.
We are able. Are you willing? That's a whole nother question.
If
That's a
if
whole.
you if you go into certain circles, on what they would say barbershops, right, or certain rooms, especially from the bridge between before, like the bridge between the OGs, the older heads, and like
Mm-hmm.
now, some would say, or a lot would say, there's a huge disconnect,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I agree. I agree.
How do you unpack this disconnect? Like where did it started? How did we get here? Because in terms of black love and black unity, not saying it's not still out there, but that's
Mhm.
not the labels or the standards or what's being projected of our skin color.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect. So I guess you know what? Honest question: do you feel we truly appreciate, as a society? I'm not saying every black. We're not saying we speak for every black and brown person, but
Of course.
do you say we appreciate their sacrifices, or do we just acknowledge them once a year?
As a collective, hell no, we don't really appreciate it. Of course, again, to you know, to your point, there are groups and sects that do take full, like, that hold that near and dear to heart, and not just in like reverence, but in practice moving forward.
Yeah.
For sure, I think there are people that take that to heart, but I think as a collective, hell no. Just to kind of just be honest and straightforward from my perspective, from my observation, because I think there was some type of statistic that says the black buying power in just America alone is like $3 trillion. No, $1.3 trillion. Where's the wealth? Where's the wealth? We have buying power, but we don't have wealth. So if their struggle was for us to have equity, why
Ownership.
are we ownership? Where's our ownership?
We
And
we
at
don't.
some we don't. And at some point, it's like I am fully aware of what took place, and I'm fully aware of the systemic issues that are still very much in movement. But at some point, you can't blame outside of yourself. You can't blame outside of yourself, and that's why I think just as a collective that we're not really appreciative the of the sacrifice. But
Do
I want to
you?
ask you, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think that's a clutch that as people we still lean on?
Uh Blaming the white man, let's just say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Especially again in 2026. We are living through the greatest technological change in human history. You can't blame nobody else, man. You either gonna get on it or not. But I do want to ask you to, in order to play, God's advocate,
Mhm.
what are some ways, off-brand question, like
Mhm.
off the paper question, what are
Mhm.
some ways that you think we have honored the the sacrifice?
Mm.
What are some ways? I know I hit you with a curveball, bro. We didn't discuss this one. My fault.
No, 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 no. You straight. You straight.
Because I think it's important to highlight that as well.
I would say perseverance.
Hmm.
We are a strong race. I don't think that's changed. It looks different. The hardships looks a lot different.
Hmm. They gonna
But
make it
we're still finding ways, man.
happen. Still find a way.
We
I
got a
love.
motherfucker that live out here that created cars that can run on water. Like
Mm.
that dude that was all over social media. Like he's from Florida, I believe, or Atlanta, something like he's somewhere from the south.
Who I seen a dude that made a car that could run on water, like an engine, and I also seen a dude that made a plastic, like made
Plastic.
gasoline
Sorry,
with
the guy.
plastic.
Yeah, plastic. My bad.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
seen that dude. Yo,
my point.
I'm sending prayers to him for his safety.
My point is, I think perseverance. Like
Yeah,
we are still defining the odds year in and year out
that's
with the
beautiful.
with what we are gifted in doing.
Mm,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
What we are gifted in doing. And I would even say this generation, especially with the technology that we have, it's a lot of young entrepreneurs that are figuring this thing out early. Just
yeah.
some
You love to see
go, just some go getters. I don't. That's not our generation.
it. Nah.
I'm talking about as young. I'm not
Yeah,
saying there was never no go getter from our generation or people before us. That's not millennials. Like we figured that thing out teen college and after I would say, but these days from young,
from young, yeah.
starting these
See?
businesses, streaming, just doing all types of things. Like I think the perseverance, I think our ability to continue to get through the tough times, and most importantly, figure it
Yes,
out. I believe in that way, we're
yes.
definitely showing respect and connection to the people before us.
Hmm. I love that. I love that because I've had some conversations with parents, and like there have been some parents like they don't look like anything that they've been through.
Oh yeah,
Like I'll go into in these schools in the city, and I'm talking to these some of these parents, and they're like, "Yo, they're sharing some of their life experience, but throughout the entire time, they're happy, they're bubbly, they're smiling, they're saying, yo, I'm still here, I'm showing up with love,' and that's powerful
it's
to
very
be able
powerful.
to show up with love after going through all that hardship. I think that's something that's unique. Not for nothing. That's something that's unique to the darker shades. Cause it's like you ever see when you ever see a video or just been in a space where like a white person pull up to the cookout, they we make them feel welcome. You
Yeah,
feel welcome. They feel
yeah.
good. You gonna big them up, type of stuff. There's a level of community, and that's actually so interesting. I remember I was on a webinar series. It was called "Undoing Racism."
Ooh.
Shout out to the people who organized that. To the NAACP local chapter out here. Um, and at one point in the webinar, they had asked every everyone to kind of like list what are the things that you appreciate from your upbringing. And then first they asked all of the white counterparts, all of the white participants. They were talking, and they were talking about, like, financial security, just more like things, like having their things taken care of.
Yeah.
But then when they shifted to the black and brown participants, they didn't have their things taken care of from a monetary perspective, but they said things like culture, community, family, food, things like that. It's like, yo, and it really put it into perspective for me. Like, yo, I understand how much financial equity and access is critical, especially in the way that the world is designed right now. But there
Yeah.
are things we have access to that you can't put a price tag on. You can't put a price tag on having loved ones around you. You can't put a price tag on, taking a bite into grandma's cooking, wherever you from, you know what I'm saying? When grandmama throw down or mom's is getting into her bag.
Amen.
That's riches in the way I look at it.
Oh, very rich.
That's riches. And it's kind of
Very
sad.
rich.
It is. That's part of the thing where that I think is a bit sad for me, where as we're getting more financially aware and like, okay, hey, we want to get out and get it done, we're losing some of these recipes. Like Michael Irvin said, we're losing recipes. We're losing recipes. And it's tragic because I think there is a balance that could be found where
Yeah.
we getting better on our like our money game, our economics, and we're still holding to the legacy that was passed down. So that
I saw somebody post something in the comments.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah. Gracie Rowe, Africans, Caribbean parents need to take a page out of their book. Our parents don't all show up with love, but instead with an iron fist. Yeah, that's true. Being raised under Caribbean parents myself, and a lot of this, I will say this. There are more similarities than differences in the upbringing of our parents, because that trauma is passed down, and something that a lot of people don't recognize, I think, is in America and in the Caribbean and Africa. Slavery took place everywhere. Colonialism had its hand everywhere. And I think that's some of the foundation of the discourse, where it's like, ain't no reason why someone who was from the south of America, someone from Louisiana and someone from Haiti having beef over whose slavery experience was different or was worse. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Very.
Because slavery was just as much present in the Caribbean as it was in America, and as much in colonialism. If you don't know what the Conference of Berlin is, go do your research. Like, I'll get half Umar, Steve. I gotta chill. But
I would
yeah, there's a lot of just to the comment. My fault for cutting you, bro. To the comment, like a lot of that iron fist is just kind of how, in my perspective, in my opinion, is just how our parents and our grandparents and the generations before us were kind of conditioned to love, because the times were just so hard. They didn't have the freedom to show up as much as they could have, or even receive maybe their parents or their grandparents. I feel like there was just so much hardship outside that it's like that softness didn't have enough space. And I think that's something that's so beautiful about 2026. And I think that's the millennials generation that's ushering this in, having a level of softness with our children. That is changing to the trajectory of the entire future. And I don't think it's by accident that, the children of millennials are now considered Generation Alpha. It's a whole new cycle that is being born, because our children are seeing what love, soft love, looks like. We still got to be tough on them. Don't get it twisted.
They still can get their ass whooped.
Yeah, they still gonna get gentle parenting is not something that I subscribe to. I subscribe to intentional parenting. So I'll be soft with you and talk to you about your feelings, but if you getting out your face, I'm gonna slap you upside the head. You know what I'm saying? Balance. It's okay.
Balance. Just our parents didn't have the balance. They didn't know how to
have the balance. They didn't know how. So I think that was something.
And I'm not even gonna hold you. Let me not. And this don't count for parents that like if you were a shitty parent, you were a shitty parent. So like I can never tell anybody to like that's your mom and dad. You gotta like you are entitled to feel how you feel towards your parents. But what I will say is in some ways, I'm grateful for the Iron Fist.
Oh.
In some ways.
In some ways. Yeah.
Because I'm bro.
What's going on?
Bro, I taught in New York State for 8 years. A lot of these students move and talk the way they want to because they didn't have an Iron Fist.
I got no Iron Fist at home, man. A lot of these kids need their ass beat.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't
need an old school.
Need an
old school black whooping.
I done been tried. I done had water bottle thrown at me. I had to dunk it. I had somebody spit towards me. You feel me? I would never. The thought of that never crossed my mind as a kid.
What?
Somebody told yo, SMD, Mr. Drummond, like
that, which is crazy.
To a teacher.
Crazy. Yo, I remember talking to a group of boys. I'm like, yo, and they talking to each other like this. I'm like, y'all are friends? These are fighting words from my time. That's a fight, B. You say that one time to somebody, you better be ready to throw some hands. And they're doing it casually. I'm like, this is a little different.
You know what they say these days? Was good my heart. That's what they say. Yeah, the YNs was good my heart.
Was good my heart.
Right? Even that little sus. All right, let me chill out before we get banned. So
that's funny. No, but you make that I think that leads to the point of the disconnect that you was talking about.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that I think has caused the disconnect is the lack of community experience. Like when I was growing up, I was raised heavy in the church, but that church community was tight knit. If I'm acting up in the church, or if I'm acting up, I get out of school and I'm acting up outside and my neighbors see it, or my aunts and my uncles see it, I'm getting beat by them. And then they're going to tell my parents and I'm going to get beat by my parents again too.
Community beatdown.
Community beatdown.
That's it.
Nowadays, you don't got nobody to call out these kids.
No, it's don't talk to my kid like that. I'm not your kid.
Don't talk to my kid like that. And that's scary because now you're making your neighbor feel like, well, I can't look out for your kid. We've said this on this show plenty of times. Accountability is one of the strongest forms of love. Accountability is one of the strongest forms of love. If you don't got people around your kids to hold them accountable, then you don't got people that's around your kid that love them genuinely. Because it's easy. Once they get into it's not my kid, I bet. I ain't going to say nothing to them. Then they gonna get jammed up
or killed
off of some foolishness.
That's it.
That if they just had someone that was able to keep an eye on them, you don't know how much stuff I didn't do because I knew it would I'll get my ass beat.
Come on.
I'll get my ass beat. I ain't gonna talk to the teacher like that.
Come on.
You know who my dad gonna make. Yeah, go ahead.
We come from an era when parents was beating their kids in front of the class.
Oh, hell yeah. You want to act the fool? You going to embarrass you in front of your friends.
That's it. That's it. Somehow, we didn't get no choices. You want this or this? There was no choices. You going to sit there and finish that plate of food and you ain't leaving until it's done.
Period. Wasn't no, I don't want this. Like my mom had a soft heart, so she'll accommodate some of the things that I don't like. But I couldn't stand to tell my mom, I don't like what you cooked. Make me something else.
This wasn't a restaurant. Crazy? Like you get asked a million modifications.
You crazy.
And can you recook this and take it back to the kitchen? Yeah.
Ain't
Wait,
wasn't none of that happening, bro.
what?
Whoa, my goodness. Yo, in the Haitians, my Zos, y'all know this one. There's this thing called agenou. It's essentially
Yeah.
you gotta sit on your knees.
Bow down.
You gotta stay on your knees
Agenou.
for like a good 20, 30 minutes.
Can't look up.
You acting up. Sit on your knees and just wait. Just wait on carpet. Like that rough carpet. Not no fuzzy carpet that you getting on Amazon now. You get that rough carpet, that rug burn type of carpet.
It was just, you just gonna respect me.
You're gonna stay there and wait for 20 to 30 minutes. That was the appetizer. Then you get beat after that. Yo. And it's like, yo, dog. I'm telling you, that will make you think about your choices. That will make you think about your choices.
We was agenou online.
Bro. Crazy.
So I would say this then, right?
Yeah.
How do we bridge the gap? How do we go from disconnect to reconnect?
Whew. Surprisingly enough, I think the answer is really, really simple. And honestly, it's one of the things that fuels what I do through the work that I do, especially through the nonprofit. And even just being here, talk to each other. I think we just gotta talk to each other.
I was expecting that. I expected some. Go ahead.
Right? It's crazy because a lot of times as I did my research and as I reflect and as I kind of just think on, everything, there are systemic issues for sure. For sure. However, I think a lot of the challenges that the Black population globally struggles with are human issues. And because of the systemic issues that we went through, we don't necessarily have the perspective to know how to navigate these human issues. Like I would say this oftentimes when I'm in a coaching or doing a workshop where it's like our details might be different. However, if you strip away the details, what you have left is the underlying emotions. And when it comes to the emotions, we all feel the same emotions. We all feel fear. We all feel guilt. We all feel shame. We all feel gratitude. We all feel confidence. We all feel embarrassment. If we can shift the conversations that we have, and I think that's the thing that what we really need to get in spaces where we start talking to each other, because so many people are just talking to themselves up here and they just keep replaying what it is that they went through. And now it feels like I'm the only one that felt all of this. I'm the only one that feels shame because you don't know what I've been through. But then if you get into a space and you start talking about someone else who went through some different shit, but feel that same shame, it's like, ooh, I can empathize with that person. I can be in a loving space with that person. I can receive from that person and that person can receive from me. The conversation starts to shift. So I think just talking to each other, and I think there's a lot of intentional forces at play, I'll say, that are very diligent to make sure we don't talk to one another. Because if you look at history, when you think about like a Fred Hampton or MLK, they didn't really get that fire put to them until they started creating spaces for people to now bond with one another.
Amen.
When MLK was talking about, we want to vote and we want certain rights, it's like, okay. They were willing to come to the table. The people on the other side. But when they started saying, nah, first off, we need to start talking about that money. And not only we going to get that money for us, we're going to get some money for our brown brothers. We're going to get some money for our poor white brothers. We're going to bring everybody to the table. We're going to make sure that we get our money right. We gonna bring everybody together. We gonna start getting in these spaces together. That's when the forces was like, whoa, 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 hold your horses there. Man, they killed Fred Hampton at 21 years old, bro. 21 years old. Why?
Too
Do the
powerful, bro.
research and ask yourself that question. I can't
Too
get
powerful.
why? It's a wonderful question to ask. My fault, brother. What do you think? What you think is something that we could do to bridge the gap?
We got to move from our emotions and more towards action.
Oh,
We're too emotional, man.
dang!
We
So
are.
I can't just sit and pout in my suffering.
Nah, you could sit and pout. You could suffer, but just how many years we want to continue suffering?
Mm,
Because we've been suffering for 400. So when are we gonna stop suffering?
damn, damn.
We
That's,
don't got it. We don't got it as bad as they did.
oh no, oh no.
And if anybody says that we do, you living under a rock. We don't we
Mm,
not built like them.
nah, that's why the work hasn't continued.
We not built like them at all.
Mm.
We are very emotional, man. Our anger, how quick we're quick to just bash and kill each shoot, like all these other kind of things, man. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's a lot of trauma, and I think that a lot of healing that needs to still happen. And I think that's the second point is heal what they didn't have the time to heal.
damn, damn.
They didn't have the
Especially for, we live in a time generational healing and all that stuff. I'm breaking generational curses. That's a buzzword nowadays, bro. That's a big buzzword. How many people are actually doing it? But
when
we have
our lifestyle matches their sacrifices. I think that's when the gap is gonna start closing.
Jesus.
And we're just we're too separated as a group.
Mm-hmm,
We just really are.
mm-hmm. I agree.
It's a lot of showboating, fake love.
We're gonna
Just
get into that.
we a lot of using each other,
Mhm.
disrespecting each other. Ah,
Yeah, we're gonna get into that one.
we
You
don't
know,
build, we just consume. That's it, bro. You talking about the black dollar.
hmm.
As quickly as it comes, as quickly as it goes.
Quickly. Oh, you see, I said I'm going half Umar tonight, bro. Why you
I
keep
know.
doing this stuff and you
I don't know, man.
making me think about
I
stuff that
see
I read and
I see videos from like, and I'm not gonna disrespect this man. I don't know what his lifestyle is. I don't know what pressure he had, but
mm.
when I see NFL players go on podcasts and talking about $100 million ain't enough, and how quickly he got to wearing through it,
Mm.
and he's talking about, well, the contract's 100, but then after taxes it's like 60. Then I got family, and then I got
That's a hot take right there. That's a hot take. That's a
100
great point.
$100 million is not enough.
$100 million is not enough. It's crazy. There's people whose lives will be changed with an extra $50,000 right now.
And that's all I'm saying. It is a mindset.
It is a mindset. Yeah.
It's like a virus. It's a disease
Mm-hmm.
that's just flowing down from generation to generation, generation to generation. We have this limited mindset in certain households and cities and roles just within our people that is just like we limit ourselves and we are filled with untapped potential. We could do some serious work and serious damage. And if you notice, like I said, it ain't your money, it ain't your gun,
Money.
it's
Nah.
your mind.
Mm.
That's what the government don't want you to be fully locked in with.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, they can stop your money, they can take your guns away, they can do all this kind of stuff. But the minute they take your mind,
Oh my goodness.
they got you.
They got you. They exploiting the minds, man. The same way they exploiting the land.
That's
That's
it.
that's crazy. That actually just hit, like, that just connected to me in this moment. The wealth that we have up here is like the wealth that's in the land in all of these different black countries. And if you understand the history of how they've been exploiting the continent, the mainland of Africa, and the wealth that's in the ground, that's the same wealth that's in your mind. It's the same wealth that's in your mind, but they're going to trick you out your position. They understand the wealth is there. And shout out to Gracie, who came in the comments right on time. Right on time. I love you, Grace. That's why they distract us so much with media and marketing. That's what Grace said. And I couldn't agree more, because the media and marketing, it generates just enough buzz in our mind to get us to think about these ideas, but it's still a distraction. So now we follow through just enough to get exploited, but then we never own it.
No.
So it's never under our control. Why do you think they paying
What's
these
it?
pro ballers that much money,
What's
man?
that Netflix movie? I think something about like he was like something about Tyrone and basement of Tyrone. He was eating like he was eating the chicken and he
Yeah, who
realized it.
cloned Tyrone? Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good one. That's a good one. If you didn't see that, go see that. Go watch that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Cause it's there was, I believe it was the Tuskegee experiment. Go look that up, y'all. There's research done on our psychology.
mm,
A lot of money has been spent to see how we think, to see
God.
what's going to trigger us, so that they can trigger us just enough so that they can exploit us and then leave us with what's left over, which is the emotional baggage of the trigger.
Black
That's
Wall
why
Street. You know what I mean? Like, listen,
I'm separated, man.
dog.
Keep them set, because that's what happens. The Black Wall Street is what happens when black people have to rely on black people. Wealth. They said, nah, we can't let that happen. We can't let that happen. Can't let that happen, man. But I think another huge piece of bridging the gap,
Mm,
real talk, we got to start showing up locally. Locally, wherever you are, you got to start showing up in the process. That means showing up to your town hall meeting. That means showing up to the school board meetings. That means showing up to parent teacher conference night. We got to show up, because
that's
things are just happening. Decisions are being made, and we're not in the rooms where those decisions are being
they,
made.
but they don't want to be in the rooms, right? They rather DM and tweet their favorite celebrity of why you didn't speak about this cause.
Some, yes, I will say some people, yes.
No, no,
However,
there's people there, of
there's
course.
some that is just the it's not even the distraction, it's the bills, like time, responsibilities, and things like that. These are real life adulting challenges that
I
that
get that.
many people are facing. And when you got to think about rent that's coming up, and then you working 3 jobs just to make a little bit more than rent so that we can have some money for groceries, I understand some of it. But to your point, there are a lot of people that they find the time for the Twitter fingers.
But that's the thing.
They find
We
time for that.
we ain't talking about the people that's busting their ass working hard and they don't know what's better. We're talking about the people
Mhm.
that are busting their ass working hard and they still choosing to be all up in that foolery.
Or a lot of foolery, man.
You get what I'm saying? Or in these damn streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not everybody. but majority mass is a lot.
Mhm. It
We don't
is.
like. They just don't get it.
It is. It is. It is.
They just don't.
We're too as a community. I think we're too enticed by the trauma. We're too enticed by the drama.
Yeah.
These are
But we sometimes be competing and comparing. Well, I've been through this. Would you never win? Like
it's
like we. It's like a competition.
the
Who trauma
struggle
is worse?
Olympics. The struggle Olympics.
Struggle Olympics, bro.
That's
But that's what I'm saying. You
it.
can make a small change with what you do within your own community and what you do within your own home.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, because that's where it really starts.
Everybody has a role to play.
That's where it starts.
Understand the impact. Understand the impact is you leave on somebody, right? Or you sharing your story, or you sharing your gift, and
Mhm.
what it's gonna do to somebody else, right? Yo, where did you learn that from? Oh yeah, I learned how to wake up early from Mr. Drummond because he does this and that. Oh yeah, now this is what I do. Can you show me the way? And then it just keeps getting passed on, passed on, passed on.
Yep. 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 That's how I go. For sure. Jeez. And that's why I say we got to start talking to each other, man. We got to start talking to each other. Like everybody has a story. Everybody has value in their story. However, when we start speaking about our stories, first off, I think I'm gonna introduce something you said earlier. We gotta heal first. We gotta heal first before we tell our story. Because if we don't heal and we start telling our story, then we're just trauma dumping.
Yeah.
We gotta heal internally, and then we can tell our stories. We get in spaces where we're talking with one another and we start telling our stories so that we can start sharing the wisdom and the lessons that we learned through the suffering,
Yes.
through the struggling. Instead of just dumping the trauma on the next person that's willing to listen, we're actually saying, no, 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 I don't need to dump my trauma. I need to let you know, give you perspective of what I came through, but here's the wisdom that I want to pass on. And that's why I've wholeheartedly feel like there's been a shift in my perspective where it's like the elders became the old heads,
Bruh.
where there's a lack of respect now.
Oh
Where there
yeah.
once was elders, where they're viewed in this high esteem and regard. And don't get it twisted, y'all. Elders, in my definition, isn't just people that's older than you. It's people who actually show you a level of respect. They show you care. They show you love. They just happen to have been down the road a little bit longer than you, and they want to give you some level of game and wisdom.
Did you see that video with Clinton Powell?
Nah,
Damn.
you got to find that for me and send it, brother.
Yeah, if you didn't see it, I can't say it won't make sense. But it literally speaking about what you're talking about right now.
When did the elders become the old heads? Because old head is just an old head. We don't really respect the old heads. They stuck in the past. They don't know what's going on right now. They don't got the source. But the elders, the OGs, as the streets call them OGs. But there was a level of respect that came with being an OG. And there was a trajectory. There was certain things that you wouldn't get yourself into because
led
you
by
had
example.
OGs. Because you had OGs that will put you on the right path.
Because you led by example.
That's
You didn't talk a big game, but you got a lot of old heads that's in these streets with these young boys and these young girls.
no, yeah. There's a lot of people doing work, and I gotta add that to what our next talking point is, man.
Let's get right into it.
That.
Let's get right into it, man.
I'm ready to piss some people off with this.
I'm ready to hurt some feelings.
I'm ready.
Let's do this boomerang.
Yeah. Okay.
Ping pong style. Let's do this ping pong style.
Got you.
What are some things you think the black community needs to leave behind? And in the comment section, if you want to add your 2 cents, go ahead. We just gonna everybody add a 2 cents.
That's a fact.
What is some things that the black community needs to leave behind? We ain't talking about nobody else other than the black community.
Mm-hmm. We need to leave behind. This is what came to me just now. We need to leave behind celebrities being the face of the charge.
Ooh.
We need to leave that behind. Celebrities having to be the face of the charge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you there's some people in your community right now that's doing some good work.
Yep.
Some good work. But because they not a celebrity, you don't pay them no mind. But
Nope.
as soon as a celebrity go on some stage and say maybe 2-3 words about the struggle, you want to start, oh my gosh, my hero, shut up. Get in the streets. Get in the streets, man.
Come on.
I
Come
think
on.
celebrities having to be the face of the charge. That's mine. Pass it back to you, Mr. Drummond. Yeah.
We need to leave behind financial ignorance.
Damn. I can't spend $300 on J's no more, bro.
You can. Just don't cry wolf while you don't got the money you need for rent.
You
But
sure?
all,
You
but
sure I
all.
can't go get me that Louis bag or that Louis belt just cause my rent not gonna get paid?
Listen,
But I'm gonna look good in the dark, bro.
it's 2026. If you're not searching, finding ways, or asking for help to how to get better with your money, you are a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Just plain and simple. You are a problem.
Mm.
And there's too many resources out there
Hmm.
for us to continue operating out of survival or to just not know. And I won't sit here and talk. I'm only 32. It took me a while to get to this point to
Yeah,
start understanding money and things of that such.
of
But even
course.
when I was going through my struggles, I understand and knew that the way I was constantly out of money wasn't right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This ain't no way to live.
This ain't no way to live, man. You
And
deserve to be rich.
I wasn't spending on dumb things. I just I was all over the place, but everybody got they all over the place. For the some people spending, for some people it's spending it on the opposite sex. For some people it's clothes. For some people it's drugs. For some people like whatever it is. Some people it's food. Like if you are ignorant going into the new year, you're choosing to be blind.
Mm.
That is a choice at this point in the name
It
of the
is.
game.
It is a choice.
What about
It is a choice.
anybody say anything in chat?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Um,
Whew. What
I'll
does the
bounce
black
right back to you.
need? What does the black community need to leave behind? Oh, I'm gonna piss some people off with this next one, man. I'm ready. Feeling good about it. It's giving me shivers on the inside. We need to leave behind the social media presentation and definition of black love.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna unpack this shit right now. Cause a lot of y'all motherfuckers piss me off. A lot of y'all motherfuckers piss me off. I mean, let me preface this first and foremost by saying representation matters. Representation matters. And what I mean by that is when you see people that look like you within a certain structure or in a certain position, it makes you feel good and it makes you see yourself in that position. So I totally agree with the idea that, it's helpful to little black boys and little black girls to see, black families. I agree. I end that statement. However, there's this representation and definition that I personally see on social media and online where it's like black love is only the romantic portrayal of that. Everybody will scream black love when you see a black couple on a post. Yes, we love it. But then when that black owned business down the street opens up, y'all niggas ain't at the motherfucking door. Y'all not at the door. That's something and this is why I get so angry about this, because I know how intentional I am about this. Anytime I would travel to a new city, I'm looking up what are the black owned restaurants, because one, that's where the good food is at, probably. That's most likely where the good food at. But two, I want to put my money where my mouth is. I don't want to just say black love just to say it, just to make it sound good. I want to put my money into action. Because if you're screaming black love, but you don't support black economics, then all of that black love shit is some bullshit. If you are not supporting black economics, if you are not intentionally seeking out, nigga, so, again, I understand how intentional about this I am. The lotion that I used. I maybe started this back in, I want to say 2019.
Pandemic.
Pandemic, 2019, 2020. I went on a run of
Yeah.
looking for Black-owned businesses that offer my essential products, my lotion, my soap, my conditioner, my toothpaste, my wallet.
Yeah,
Little
I got
thing.
the wallet. I got the
I
wallet
remember, I remember that, bro.
from you.
I remember that. And it's like, yo, what? How many people do you know that's actually out there promoting like that?
Mm-mm.
I got
Mm-mm.
this toothpaste from a Black-owned brand.
That's fire.
I got this shampoo from a Black-owned brand.
That's fire.
How many people you know that's doing it? But a lot of people are quick to comment Black love when they or they're quick to criticize when they see a Black man who's with a non-Black woman.
Mm.
They quick to criticize that and say, "Oh,
I'm not pro-Black.
you're not pro-Black. You're not pro-Black." But I spend more money with Black people than you do. So who's really not pro-Black? And this is why we need to get rid of the social media definition of Black love. In my opinion.
I like that.
These thoughts are mine and mine alone. Serving it back to you, Mr. Drummond.
I'm gonna end with this one right here. We need to stop expecting the handout.
Ah, shit. You done took mine, brother. You done took mine. I'm going to say mine, but because I'm going to say it a little differently than you. But Cook, please.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop expecting the white man to save us or the white people to care. And let me not say the white people because we gotta stop expecting certain races to hand it out. But also too,
man.
we gotta stop expecting just because somebody's Black that they gotta support.
Ooh.
If your service, Wallow came out with a video a few months ago, and it was a lot of good reviews and there was a lot of bad reviews. Like, come on, but why would you say that? But it's like, nah, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real because we don't do that. We don't expect discounts and handouts from other races.
You pay the full price.
We don't ask them to be like, hey, can you? No, we don't ask them to give us a handout. We don't ask them to support for free. Right? We make sure our quality and our service is up to par. So just because you see another brother or sister coming in on me like, hey man, yo, come on, bro, help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Like, is your service up to par? That don't got nothing to do about this. Ain't nothing to do about Black, white, or anything. If the service ain't the par, I don't care what color. You could be yellow.
I ain't paying that. You're not getting my repeat business.
Quality service is quality service, man, despite the color. So I would just say that stop expecting handouts. Stop expecting just like, nah, man, you got to still build connections. You still got to give. You got to serve, right? You got to connect. You still got to do these things. So stop expecting a handout anytime you see another brother or sister, because you ain't doing that when it's somebody else walking into your store. And if you want to do anything, give a discount to all Black and brown people. You want to handouts? Do that. Do that. Do it that way.
See, Mr. Drummond's upset. Y'all done got Mr. Drummond activated. Oh man, the handouts, gotta let him go. He said it to y'all nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. He said it nicely. I'm not gonna say it nice. I'm not gonna say it nicely. For my closing statement, nah, man. For real, we gotta leave behind the hopes for reparations. It sounds good on paper. It sounds good, and it's valid. It's valid because reparations are owed. I'm Haitian, bro. You don't gotta tell me nothing. If you understood what the French did to Haiti after the revolution, you would understand that I know what the hell reparations would do to the country. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit ain't coming.
That shit ain't coming. That shit ain't coming. And that's the problem. Some of y'all are just too hooked on welfare.
Oh,
Crucify me if you must. But I'll take that on the chest. I understand there's people that need it. But you understand that there's a mindset shift that happens to you when you become reliant on welfare. You no longer want to build for yourself. You keep looking for the next handout. And it don't get me twisted. Shit, when I learned it, the welfare system is rigged for you to stay down to begin with. There are income limits on welfare. For you to qualify for welfare, you can't make too much money. So what would people rather do? Make more money and lose my welfare, or just stay low so that I can keep the handout? I don't see the psychological play. Come on, y'all. Think about it.
Some people say that was pushed down upon for women to feel like they don't need men.
My brother, I said I'm going half Umar today, bro. It's good. No shit, that's historic, man. Because it was built into the rules. If you had a man in your house, you couldn't get welfare. That's fucking great. This is not me talking this. This is the structure. This is the structure. And that's why I say they pray for us to have access like this. Because when you know better, you start doing better. Once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you learn some shit, you can't unlearn it. Well, you can unlearn. Let me not say that. You can unlearn. However, when you learn the truth, let me say that. Yeah, when you learn the truth, it's very hard to turn a blind eye to it. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. We got to let go of the reparation talk, man. To all the people who are, I don't even want to say the names of the groups because they gonna come to me. They gonna come after us, bro. Nah, y'all can come after me. That's fine. That's fine. I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't scared because he's a black people. I know what. Mr. Drummond said, "Keep me out of it." It's fine. It's fine. I'll take all the smoke. It's cool. I'm ready. I'm
ready hard enough. I don't leave me alone.
That's too funny, man. I don't know.
I do enough pouring in my back in my community, and I will continue to, man.
And that's the thing that's what needs to be focused on, man. People so quick to call out somebody for not doing something when they not doing shit either.
Listen,
that's not answering the prayer. That's not answering the prayer. Criticizing people that's actually trying. When you sitting in your fucking
I'm in these streets with the youth, bro. Getting my hands dirty with the youth.
Hands dirty, man.
Putting my money where my mouth is, putting the time in. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Bro.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Honorable mention, we got to leave the protesting behind. But I'm not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. Oh, shit. We don't even do protests the right way anymore, man.
Nah.
Bro, when I found out the Montgomery bus boycott lasted a year and a half, I said, what? A year? They was walking and carpooling to work? I thought that joint lasted 2 months. That's how they presented it to me in school. That joint lasted a year and change, bro.
We were protesting and niggas was robbing stores and robbing. Remember the Soho, the pandemic? They was robbing cars and iPhones. Like, this is the shit. Out of anything you could have robbed.
They said George Floyd told me to take this. Let me stop.
Bro, anything you could have robbed, you go straight to
To the foolishness, man. But that just goes
shit
to
them.
show. That just goes to show, man, how much they really messed us up here. But we are the answer. We are the answer.
Are we?
We are the answer. We for sure have everything within us to be able to live up to that legacy, I believe, and honor it in a way to where in 4 or 5 generations, the young kids are talking about us in that way.
Oh yeah.
We got what we need, y'all.
Mr. Drum and his teeth have an amazing podcast. That's what they're gonna be saying.
And it's bigger than the podcast because we both do more than just this podcast, y'all.
Amen.
But the podcast is what gets us, that we bring the drama on the podcast. Not even. We talking that good stuff over here, man.
We are.
We moving people forward.
The day when people saying people saying we switched up and we man drama now, that's when we gotta check ourselves.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that day. I'm not afraid of a little self-reflection. I gotta we doing too much drama on the show. That's honestly, I'd be surprised because that's just not what we about as just individual men. That's just not what we about. Drama make my head hurt, bro. Drama make my head hurt. It's entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. Drama can for sure be entertaining. My brother used to watch the Love and Hip Hop, and I'll just pop into his room sometimes, and I'll be like, and before I know it's a half hour because the drama's just it's like, dang, it'll hook you in, bro.
It's going good.
It'll hook you in. I'm not gonna lie. You'd be like, oh my gosh, this happened, and that happened. And then I gotta leave. I'm like, nah, I can't stay. I can't stay, man. So Grace said it's real juicy. It's real juicy. The tea be hot.
Oh God, bro.
But I gotta take my time. I can't have that in my sphere of influence because I'm trying to stay on a certain path.
Oh,
man. So I get it, man. I understand the struggles. And again, like there are challenges that we're facing now that our ancestors weren't facing, like the propaganda and the marketing and the distractions. Like there is that even this convenience epidemic. Like once upon a time, if you wanted to get a fresh lineup as a young black man, you had to go to a black barber. If you wanted to get your teeth fixed, you had to go to a black dentist. If you needed some groceries, you had to go to the black supermarket. That puts you in a position to be around people like you. Now you got Uber Eats. Somebody's just going to bring the food to you. Somebody's just going to bring the food to you. This convenience thing, that's another thing. It's good on the front end, but like you said, it turns us into just consumers and we're not producing nothing. And when you don't produce nothing, you don't control nothing. And when you don't control nothing, you're at the will of those that do. But we are in the hands of God. That's what we know. We in the hands of God. God is in ultimate control.
The ultimate producer.
Ultimate. Woo. That's right. When you start learning them God lessons, man, then the ancestors be clapping. Yeah, grow that fruit. Grow that fruit, my young. Woo.
Boy.
I said half Fuma. I think I did all right.
You did your thing.
I did all right. I tried to keep it at bay. Because this is something that, no, for real, man, when I started getting into learning about it, it pissed me off. Because it's like you learn about what happened pissed me off, but then it's our response to what happened pissed me off even more. Like present day, people present day, our community present day, our response to what happens is like, yo, dang, I wish I had that clip. It was Farrakhan. He was talking about the Million Man March. He was like, the slogan for that was jobs and justice. Yeah. And they were at a panel celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the Million Man March, and the slogan was still jobs and justice. And he said, how long? How long you gonna keep waiting for others to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves? 100 years. And this was some years ago. Like it's crazy, man. But we honor those who came before. I know you personally will. I know I personally will. And those who's tapped into the show for sure will. Because those are the real ones.
Amen.
Whatever it is that you do, you have the blessings of the ancestors walking with you. I want you to know that. That's my one gem. That's my one gem.
Okay, you just probably gonna sneak out this slide.
And everything that you do, you got the blessings of the ancestors with you.
Okay.
Period.
Oh,
so do it with excellence, y'all. Don't make that blessing go to waste.
Ooh.
Don't let that blessing go to waste. It's rich. You know what? What?
I ain't got nothing that crazy. I ain't got nothing that crazy. My one gem ain't nowhere close to that. But I'm gonna say my one gem is pain introduces a black person to themselves. You do what you want with that.
Do what you want with it.
What you want with that one.
There's a T.I. line in one of his songs. Pain is just a weakness when it's leaving the body.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? You gonna let it actually leave your body? Or you gonna hold
let
on?
him know. You heard that new T.I. song though or no?
Oh, you got a new one out? Nah.
Woke up in the checker flag. It's getting OT, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. T.I. getting in the bag. I'm with it. I'm with it.
He did his thing. He got all the he has all the millennials coming out. What they had. Let them know.
They don't, because they don't know that T.I., man. That T.I. was a long time ago, bro. It's crazy. But I gotta give shout out to like people like that. You know, though yes, T.I. is kind of in the public space. There's a lot of people. No, he is in the public space, but there's a lot of people that's really just tapping in with the youth, giving them game, trying to put them on. And so, yo, if you watching this, just know that you have a value. You have value, and the young is needed. The young is needed. I don't care if you 16 watching this right now. There's someone that's 6 years old that needs what you got. So don't ever question your value. Please, please don't ever question that. You got anything you want to leave him with before we close out officially, my brother?
One, just again, thank you for continuing to rock with us. Whether up and down show, amazing show, whatever. Like for those Gracie, for those who's rocking with us, man, and just we continue just want to keep pushing this message forward, continue pushing this podcast forward, and see what God could do with the two of us. So if you know me, man, like this week has been a week full of gratitude. So just shout out to us, man, and also our big 5-0's approaching.
Ooh, 50?
Yeah, man.
50?
Yeah, man.
We making it to episode 50. When you what was the number that you said when you went to that podcast conference? That a lot of podcasts don't make it past
10.
Only 10 episodes. A lot of podcasts make it up to. And we about to hit 50 soon.
And next month we got some bangers.
Ooh, we got something special for the queens. We got something special for the queens next month. All month.
All month.
We gonna do it big for y'all. For sure. Queens only though.
Queens only.
There's a lot of princesses here that might try to sneak into attendance. Nah.
You can be in attendance. You just can't be on the stage.
Ooh, there's levels. There's levels. Oh man. And with that, y'all, we just want to say on behalf of Mr. Drummond and myself, thank you so much for being here at the Talk That Shift podcast, for listening, for showing up, for sharing your voice, for bringing your presence. It truly shapes the space and it allows us to have these conversations that move people forward. So while you're here, please support us by liking the video, subscribing, sharing it with your loved ones.
Please,
Please
please.
comment your wisdom too. Comment your wisdom.
Yes.
Please comment your wisdom for
Comment
sure.
anything, your suggestions, anything you want to see with prove on. We open to anything.
Thank you for saying that, my brother. We definitely want to be open to the suggestions of the people. Let us know what you would like to see. Maybe some talking points, maybe some things, new segments. Let us know. Let us know. We got some things cooking, but we might need y'all input. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to lose. We can't lose the recipes, y'all. Nah, but for real, y'all, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much. And we look forward to seeing you again next Monday evening. We're going to be here. Don't worry. Oh, just in case, because again, you know, we had a situation. We weren't able to be here last week. Follow us on Instagram. At Podcast Talk That Shift, just in case there's anything going on. You already know where to go looking for the answers. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap in with us. We look forward to seeing y'all next Monday, and we love and appreciate y'all from the bottom of our hearts. Y'all have an amazing evening. And let me know if I went half Umar in y'all opinion. I was going for half Umar. I ain't bring up no Snow Bunny Brigade like Umar be wildin'. I'm not going
a little bit of the coon shit.
Yo, Umar be wildin'. Yo, but shout out to Umar though, man. We're gonna see y'all next Monday for sure. Y'all have a great rest of the week.